Well. Oh, it is very difficult to try to get on here and enjoy friend talk, friends on here when my mom's here. Sorry. I shouldn't be leaning on that. But, she is getting worse and worse by the moment. Hey, Nancy. How are you doing, honey? My nose is going crazy now. I'm doing good. Tomorrow is the day I go to have a pacemaker put in. That is awesome. I'll be praying for you. I know it'll make a big difference. Let's see here. Well, honey, I have not been doing that great. Hey, Patty. Oh, I'm happy you get to get a little break and visit with your son. That's cool. They upped my B12 shots to every week now. And I'm just wondering if it's just because I'm doing too much, because Mom is a handful. She's in the bathroom right now, and I should probably run and check on her, but, you know. She's doing some really weird things. The other day, she went in to change her Depends, and instead of taking it off, she put another one on top of it and went home like that. And I didn't know it. So my lovely sister sent me a picture of it to embarrass her, I guess. I just don't understand. I hope that you guys pray for me, because it's getting more and more difficult to keep my mouth shut and go with the flow. Becky came up this morning and got her shark that I had for her. My son gave me a I don't know, probably 12 gallon-sized bags full gallon-sized bags of shark meat, and he had a kingfish that he hadn't cleaned, so he gave that to me too. So I brought it home, and David and I cleaned that and froze that. I gave Becky a couple of that too. Yeah, I know you're going through the same thing, ain't you, Patty? It's just, I don't know. She just gets. Mom, did you wash your hands? Did you wash your hands? Okay. It's like having a 6-year-old again. Well, maybe not even that. Maybe 2-year-old. But anyways, Becky came up this morning and got her shark meat and sit down and watch TV. Put what back in there? What have you got, Mom? It's a move I can't see. Yeah, that's mine. Okay. Probably all of it is. I gotta see what she's got, guys. Move. Ginger. Wish you'd like my stuff along. Well, just sit down and watch TV, please. I'll be over here for an hour. And then I'll be putting all my attention on you. Sit there and sleep if you want. Yeah. I love you. Ugh. Had to put that there to keep the dog from getting on top of me. Shark meat is very good. Let's see. Has she been to a neurologist? They put Mom on a med that has helped some. No, she hasn't. I don't think. Mom, sit down, please. She yeah. So anyways, thank God she's sitting down. David was watching her one day, and I'm telling you, he said, it's like, Kathy, the minute you left, she'd been like dozing and carrying on the whole time that she'd been here. Hey, Julie, how's it going, honey? And David said, I swear I had gone to the doctor or something for a mammogram. I don't remember what it was. He said, as soon as I left, she's all through the house, into everything, looking for whatever she could get her hands on. He says, I never seen nothing like it. Cracked me up. I'm constantly running after her. I said, duh, what do you think I do every day? So, yeah, it's kind of crazy. And not feeling good. My head's giving me trouble right now, and I've had a lot of back issues. There's been a couple of times since I've been on here that literally, well, one of them, I was right over there, and I opened up the door, and I bent over to pick up a 1-pound package of bacon, and I couldn't stand back up. And I'm like, oh my God, the pain. I thought I was going to die. So I had to walk myself up the freezer door and lock the freezer back and just managed to shuffle my way into the living room and sit down until I couldn't function anymore. Hey, Melanie, how are you? Been a while. It has been a while. It's been a while for me, too. I haven't been on here for a very long time. Put a couple of videos out. And yesterday, ding dong me, my girlfriend gave me this nice, beautiful white pan for, skillet pan. And it's deep. It's about that deep. And I thought, oh, I'll fry the bacon, then I'll fry the eggs, and then I'll make gravy out of the same pan, right? Thank you. I'm glad to have you in here. I miss you guys. I miss you all. So I took the really, really cold fresh egg out of the refrigerator and popped it. And I went to put the second one, and all of the grease, the first one had water, or coldness or whatever it is. You know how when cold hits hot, it kind of lets off a moisture barrier thing. Well, that splattered up and got me. And I have blister. That's the only blister there, but it was burned across the whole hand. And I was like, holy moly, how stupid am I? I have never done that before. Never, ever. I put mustard on it immediately, and it still didn't help. But it's not hurting now. It will once that pops, but I'm just trying not to let it pop. Yes, condensation. That's right. So I'm working on. I got the macaw aviary finished for my birds, and next I'm going to well, already I'm preparing to put up a new chicken coop. I'm going to bring it off of the big shed. I had done that before, but I chose not to keep it there because not to put it there because I had bees there. Well, I decided to put the bees in the garden, and I may move them again. I'm always moving stuff. That's why it's hard for me to make a permanent thing. I can't believe I've lived in this house 28 years. Because I'm constantly changing things. Well, I do want to move, but I don't know if that'll ever happen. So just taking one day at a time and enjoying what I got while I got it, right? So how are you guys doing? Is it still cold where you're at, Patty, and everybody else? I know Patty's not used to cold. I know she's in Texas right now, but is it still cold where your home is? And Julie, are you getting plenty of rain or snow or anything to help you with the drought conditions where you're at? Thank you guys for the thumbs up. I appreciate that. We had real cold, then it warmed up in the high 60s. Same with me. Been living in same place for 24 years. Want to move but can't. So I move things around to keep from being bored. Yep. Yes, it is a muddy, glorious mess. Well, I'm glad that you're getting some water. I know it's a muddy mess. And talking about muddy messes, David gave me this most beautiful rug, but it's white. So the actual project that I'm working on at the moment, I had to go away from the coop. Y'all know right where if you come out my back door, you come across the concrete and then onto the dirt where the dogs are constantly digging those great big huge holes and stuff like that. Well, what I'm doing is I'll probably hate myself after doing this, but I'm going to do it anyways. I am cleaning all that up from debris because there's a lot of junk in my yard. And I am putting fencing or something metal down on the ground and putting mulch on top of it so they cannot dig through it. And then maybe I will put that rug down. Because it's white. I can't have white. These kids will tear it up. I mean, Mother, what are you doing? Mother, what you doing? You thought you heard somebody? There ain't nobody out there, I promise. Sit down and watch TV for me. I'll be done in a minute, okay? Okay. I love you. Sit down. There you go. You're still way behind, but I see full ponds again. Oh, thank the Lord. Glad snow cold is gone and it was warmed up. Think we will get another cold snap before spring though. Yeah. I'm fixing to pull out all my tomatoes. And maybe I might leave a few and replant. I think I'm going to replant. I'm going to put in some, because it's getting hot here and cold at the same time. It just fluctuates back and forth. I don't think I have any freeze or frost coming. I want to plant some peas and stuff like that. And hopefully if I get them in the ground now, I want to do that tomorrow, I think. If I get them in the ground now, I won't have to worry about them being way too hot, I hope. But we've had back up in the 80s again. It's ridiculous, this weather. So how is Anastasia taking your having surgery tomorrow? Is she okay with it, or does she even understand? Amanda, you still got cold weather? Gosh, my nose. I get Amanda and Melanie mixed up. Is it Melanie that's on? It's Melanie that's on. I don't know why I called you Amanda. Yes, it does make it hard to grow things, Patty. Yeah, she is good with it. She understands what's going on. Sweet. Glad to hear that. I'm contemplating going to Georgia in the next couple of weeks, but I'm not positive if I'll be able to do that. Don't know if I'm going to be able to take mom with me or what. And Ashley is getting closer and closer. Her due date's the Valentine's Day, so we shall see whether we have a new baby in the family soon. Well, we already have a new baby in the family because she's pregnant, but you know what I'm trying to say. And she's naming him Mason. I think it is my son that is having issues and nerves. He saw me die in '07, so he doesn't like it when I have to have surgery. Yeah, I could see that. Becky gets a little testy too because she had to take good care of me when I had my heart attack. Melanie, is your weather still cold there too? Or are you having warmer days? Grandbabies are so much joy. I know. I'm telling you, when Becky came around the corner here this morning, and I was in the kitchen doing dishes or something. I don't remember. I think I was doing dishes, and she had Jace in her arms, and he saw me, and his eyes got big, and he like tried to jump out of her arms. Our weather is in the 50s and 60s. Well, that's the kind of weather I like, but it's not great for growing things. You're finding out. Are you just getting a new baby? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah. My oldest had me my first grandbaby January 1st. He is so stinking sweet. I know. And wait. You just wait. Your heart's going to be melted. And your kids are going to say to you, you never would have let us do that. And I'm like, well, I'm here with my grandpa. He is fun, but not like my grandchildren. Yep. We are in 50s this week, but by Sunday that will change. Yeah. David said something about us getting another little bit of cold weather, but I don't know. I got some plants seeded out in seed trays. I got some scarlet runner beans, and they're about 8-9 inches tall, and I'm going to plant them in the garden. Oh, it looks like you guys are getting ads. That's the first time I've seen that pop up and say ads were going in. I can handle cold. Heat is what kills me. Yeah, me too. I'm the same way, Julie. And I live in Florida, and I hate the heat. I love the fact that there is so much for me to do where I'm here at my home. And my dreams are to have a farm, but I just wonder, with my health being the way it is, will I ever be able to keep up with it? just sat down to eat a late breakfast and noticed you were on. Hi, Miss Linda. How are you doing, sweetheart? Um, Linda's been having some cool pictures popping up on Facebook I've been seeing. Um, I'm just blessed. I I have to say, as much as my dreams are to have a farm and be out in the country and everything, I am blessed. Other than the crazy, chaotic world that's outside of my homestead, the people on the street are nasty and stuff like that. um, the guy down the street came out and asked David if he put all this um, um, trees and stuff in his yard for the garbage men, and David said, "No, but buddy, you don't own this street, and you don't own that end of your thing either. I didn't do it, but you're not." He told him to move his truck. He didn't want him parking in front of his thing. So now I've got to deal with all the stuff, the flashback from David being David. So it is what it is. I'm the kind of neighbor, I just keep my mouth shut and stay away from everybody and don't really say nothing. Even when the jerk next door gets out and talks at 3 o'clock in the morning, I don't really say anything. But I will say the dog barked while he was out there running mouth. And I said, "Shut up, Chester. I'm trying to sleep." Loud enough. Hopefully they could hear me. Faking normal. Oh, honey. I just don't even know. I don't even know what to say. I'm going to do a big container garden this year. Looking forward to it. Are you guys Have you guys found a place to move to yet, Nancy? Or are you still looking or not? Listening. I have to get busy. Okay, Julie, thank you for coming in, sweetheart. Um, I I just feel like I've got so much to do here to finish making this right that it would be crazy for me to get it the way I like it and then walk away from it. So I really wanted to make it a bed and breakfast, but I've got so much to do, so much to get over with. And it'll get easier. There'll be times where you go an hour and you won't think about it. Um, and there'll be times like Valentine's Day is my daughter's birthday, and I know it's Sweetheart's Day and everything that you're gonna have a hard time getting through those. I know it's crazy expensive right now. Even land is expensive right now. As much as I really want that property in Georgia, it's just way more money than we need to be spending. One had a husband. Well, I'm back. Anyone have a husband who in the way of my cooking is? he, he, yeah, David gets in my way a lot while I'm cooking and messing around in the kitchen. Or I'll invite him to come help me with something, and he won't do it the way I want it done. And I try to keep my mouth shut, but it's like, oh my gosh, you're going to totally screw this up, and I don't want to eat it if it's screwed up. Isn't that awful? So I just don't invite him in the kitchen very often. I think he does it on purpose, though, just so he doesn't have to. Already dived back into my quilting, and that's something I love. I'm doing a proportional size miniature one now. Sweet. I'm making hats right now, beanies, and because I can do them when I'm at Virginia's too. And I am trying to. I pulled out my sewing machine and made Virginia some arm rest thingies, and she's like, "These are so cool," and she's really loving them, right? And I'm like, I made three stitches. I mean, 3 seams. One I seamed along the part where I cut it in half, because what it was is I was given years ago some samples of different like fabrics for upholstery or something, and it was this really pretty, like flowery, puffy stuff, and it's really pretty. Anyways, I don't know if I got a picture of it or not. I don't think I do. So there's a seam where I cut it so it doesn't unravel. No, I don't have a picture of it. But then I sewed the 2 ends together, and then I measured where I thought it was 3 inches, but it was actually a little smaller. The top of the end, like, say this is the top of the chair arm. I measured this, and I thought it was 3 inches. It wasn't actually 3 inches. I think it was 2.5, and I made it a little bit bigger. So I took and sewed the point and made a 3-inch triangle. And when you fold it outright, it comes right over top of the. Wish I had a piece of material right close to me. I'd show you. I don't know if this is big enough to show you. Okay, so after I took it here and sewed it, I measured 3 inches. So I'd measure it 1.5 inches this way, and I sewed it like this, so whenever it came back open, it folded right. It came out beautiful, and she loves it. She says to her daughter-in-law, she says, "You need to have Kathy make some of those for Russ." Because Russ tears up his armchairs all the time. It's only a motorcycle going down the road, Mom. You can sit down. Finish watching your show, and I'll be in a minute, okay?
I'm not worried.
Okay, well, sit down. If I don't tell her to sit down, she'll be into everything. She picked up an envelope and almost threw away several $100s, but I caught it, thank God, because I had money sitting aside for Becky. Stay out of that. Put that back down. Put it down, please. Yes. It belongs to me. Go sit down and watch your show. Pretty please? Thank you. She's just like a kid. No, but I'll do it anyway. I promise, Mom, I'll be in there in a minute, okay? I love you. Sit down. Let's see. I love sewing. I really do. And there's so many things I want to get accomplished. But I tried to get Mom to help to do some crocheting too, and she can't even remember how to do that. I miss sewing. I can't seem to get the time to start anything. I'm hoping to one day soon. Cool. I've been trying to crochet a blanket right now, but where I got my yarn, discontinued the yarn I used, so I had to buy another kind that is acrylic, and it so bothers my eyes because of the fuzz. It's so fuzzy. Yep. And I sneeze and carry on when there's a packet and stuff like that in the yarn. But if she gets too much for more fidgety, I'm gonna have to get off of here, guys. But I really appreciate y'all coming in. Hopefully I'll feel good on Wednesday, and I'll get on Wednesday. I want to get back into making the ball koozies and having those made up for Christmas. I've got some stuff I've got to get out in the mail too that I have been doing freeze drying and stuff like that. Oh, I did freeze dry. David and my daughter-in-law gave me eggs, so I was able to freeze dry them and bottle them up. I got 6 pint-sized jars of no, wait a minute. I got 5 pint-sized jars and 1 quart-sized jar of she's putting the cover back on the couch. And I put them in pint-sized jars because they're just so much easier to close back up and not have to worry about them going bad. And you guys know, every year when my mango tree starts blooming, this is what I do. Itch, 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 sneeze, snot. It's just crazy. I just want to, I'm probably going to have to start taking stinking antihistamines, but I don't want to do that. I hate taking antihistamines. I just don't think that it's good for you. Yep. You do what you need to do, so nice to talk to you. Thank you, Linda. often do you take care of your mother? Every single day of the week. Sometimes on Thursdays I get that day to myself if my brother-in-law's off work. But I never know until that week comes. And she just disappeared, so I am gonna have to get off here and see what she's doing. Mom, where are you going? She's just looking around. All right, guys. I never know what's going to happen, so please keep me in your prayers. And I just got to go snuggle with her on the couch and watch some TV, and hopefully get a minute to get up and get some housework done. Let's see, Kathy. I will keep you in my prayers. My grandmother had early onset Alzheimer's, so yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, guys. I'm sorry for the quick get on and off, but maybe next week I can make it to where she can sit next to me and she'll feel part of it and won't be fiddling into things. So probably maybe I'll move this over or something, make this a bigger space, move my kitchen table. I love you guys. Have a great week, and I'll talk to you later. Bye now. Good to see you too.